Chris, how was your pee break?
My pee break.
It might flash you undetected.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I too am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
Around? But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave. Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor. Okay, everybody, it is not every day that you sit down with a real life mermaid. I'm not talking about yours truly. Oh no, bitch. We have the trademarked, the American Mermaid in the chat. The question is, are you all like the men out there, are you going to be our Prince Erics? I don't know. We will find out. But I am with the one and only Emily Alexandra, the American Mermaid. And she's such an anomaly. I can't wait to get into it because she's not just an actual mermaid, okay? She takes her art, her performance. Like I said, she has trademarked that shit on the road, but she's a day trader. She's a blockchain babe. She's a businesswoman. I know. Your brains and balls are blown right out of the Atlantic. I know it's hard to believe, but she has a nonprofit. She has a mermaid inspired cosmetics line, does advocacy work. So Emily, swim right into my chat, girl. And let's
No pun intended.
So excited.
Okay.
I'm so excited for this.
I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
Okay, I'm honored to have you. I even did the mermaid hair, the mermaid
I see
shirt.
that.
I had to go all out for this experience. And even before
Yes,
hopping
ma'am.
on, Emily, we were talking about how people are like my base, your base are genuinely so excited for this because I think that they're just so over the real world and you bring
Yeah.
that fantastical, like the fantasy. And so
Yes.
I can't wait to dive in, pun intended.
Thank you. No,
with
I
you.
do. I feel like my branding is I mesh fantasy into reality and I allow people to really have hope and belief of something higher than themselves or believe in something that is really more mythical. Like for example, when I do events at like hotels and resorts, the children, like they truly believe because my mermaid tail is a full silicone rubber and it's made only for my body. So
Yeah.
it is a piece of art.
Yeah.
So when I wear the costume, when I wear the tail and the shells, it looks like it's part of me. So these children that are 3, 4, 5, and 6 really believe I'm real. And that's what's so beautiful. It's because they're like, oh my gosh, mermaids really are real.
That's so precious. And also you are goals because I mean, I'm a creative and an artist at heart. So you bring that marriage of the art with the business side. And I have to tell you, it's not just the little ones, as sweet and inspiring as that is. And this is not creepy at all, Em, but I've had like even sharing that we were going to do this, like grown men who are like ride or dies on my show who are so awesome and supportive being like, I love it. You're a mermaid. Like, let's just, like, it's just, it brings
Yeah.
out, I don't know. It's like that imagination and, the kid in all of us, I guess. And I don't know, there's something beautiful in that.
Well, and even as much as the children enjoy it, the adults they just
Yeah.
love it because it's almost like this mystical fantasy come to life. So the
Exactly.
parents have just as much fun, like taking pictures and hanging out with a real life mermaid. So it is super, super cool.
It gives us permission, right? And okay, before we
That's
really
a good word, Tay. It
Permission.
does. It gives humans and even adults permission to have fun. And
Yes.
to act like children because we're all children at heart. So I love that word. Thank you. I've never heard that in that context. It gives adults and children of all ages the permission to just let loose and have fun.
With that said, because we met at Bit Basel and you're a little
Yeah.
business shark. Again, the puns are just writing themselves. I can't even help it. So talk about bringing the worlds together. And do people ever quote unquote, not take you seriously or undermine or overlook because it's like, oh, like the sexuality and the mermaid thing, but also a businesswoman, and talk about bringing the two together.
Yeah. Actually, that's a really good scenario because sometimes I think when I do come into the business world, I always promote myself as a super professional advocate. So even though I can dress up and have fun as a mermaid, when it comes to business, I step in to my power with confidence.
Yeah.
So I think people, no matter what, even if they're judging on the inside, because honestly, Tay, from a human perspective, we all judge in our head, right? Let's be honest. When you see people at first, it's like no matter what, people automatically judge in their head, whether they want to like admit it or not. But these individuals that I do have communication with, and I step forth when I'm whether it's at a business event or a networking convention, or even a business meeting with individuals that I haven't met yet. I step into my power with confidence. And it's funny how even just a little bit of confidence, people will take you serious because you already take yourself serious. So you're reflecting and just just mirroring that. Someone has to like meet you halfway. They have to meet your energy. So if you come in with confidence, people will meet your energy like that.
I say that all of the time. You set the tone and everybody else will follow suit. It's such an energy, right? And I
Yes,
saw it. I saw
it
you
is.
do it first. Yeah. I saw it firsthand. And I've seen too what I so love about your work. And, we will do a little show for show, a little show and tell for the people with our Playboys. But you also, even outside of this girl, like I saw you did, what is it called with the black tape, like just covering
Yeah.
the nipple and the PP area, and like I was like
Hmm.
it is like you are out there, like you are out
I'm
there to be
out there,
seen, and
girl.
it's so hot. And I'm like, but at the same
But
time, trademarking, day trading, running a business. So
thank
do
you.
do you get that judgment? um and or like, do you just not care? Like, what is it empowering for you to step into both roles and navigating?
I think it is. I think it's almost like a ego boost because I can do anything I want. If I want to be naked for Playboy and also start a consulting firm for blockchain, I can do both. And I don't care whether you like it or not. Just in my soul, I want to do it all.
No,
So
like
at the end of
kid
the day, it's
rocks,
like I
everyone.
at the end of the day, it's like I truly don't give a fuck what you think. You can judge me yes or no, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Um, there are times sometimes in my head I'm like, wow, I think people probably are judging me, but I honestly say I do it for the clout of myself, because when I'm 80,
The clout in my head.
i
No.
I do it for the clout for myself, because when I'm 80 I want to look back and say, yes, I did try it all. Whether I don't really succeed at all of them, that's okay, but at least I can say I tried. And I do, like the black tape project, that was super super risque, right? I mean, girl, and we did the fashion show and I'm out there showing my body. God gave me this body. What you want me to hide this body? How dare you? This body is beautiful, honey. I'm
The
going to show it.
audacity. No, no, it's
How
so true.
dare you? Like
And
I wanna bless the world with my presence. If I have a beautiful body, I should be able to show it as well.
you're like, my presence is the present. Everybody know, but
Yeah.
uh, but don't you feel like, and you're so hitting it here, and it's so what I've been shouting from the rooftops and want women who box themselves in one way or the other to experience for themselves is, I love what you said of like, when I'm 80, this, that, but even more, it's like, I find when you go all in on one, it makes you go even harder and be like, wait, hang on. I'm doing all this work in blockchain. Wait, and I was just basically naked on the runway. Wait, and it makes you be like, I can do this, and then watch me go do that, what they said I can't. Like, it makes you want to go even harder and be
Fair, fair.
multidimensional. Be like, I can do all the things, you know?
Thank you. Well, I do get a lot of like clash. There are some individuals like in my family that I think
Yeah,
look at
same.
me and they're just sticker shocked that I may do some of the things that I do, but then at the end of the day, like years later, they turn around and they're like, "Damn, bitch, you did it." Yeah, bitch, I did
Yeah.
do it.
It kind of
Like don't
breaks
be
their
quick to
brains.
judge someone.
I know. I get the same thing
Yeah.
from my family, and as much as they're, it just shows you how deep rooted these values and roles and beliefs are. And am always questioning and wondering, said who? Where do they even come from? Why? And as much as they support you and love you, it's like there will always be that thing, but it shows you they do support you and love you and still will have that judgment. Like that's how deep it goes, right? Until you're right, until
Yeah.
you like pull it out
Yeah.
of the hat and succeed, and all of a sudden it's like, you did that, okay.
Oh shit. Oh
Uh-huh.
shit, she did it. Oh my God. And you can actually almost see the envy in people's faces because it's like, damn, I wish I could have had the confidence that that girl has to be able to do that.
Mhm.
So until I think you have the confidence in yourself, you can't do the things that you want to do ultimately.
Mhm. Talk about, because even with it, in all of history, right? And I just mermaid life is just I couldn't I have a mermaid necklace, I have mermaid stuff like a key, there's mermaid stuff all around. Like I identify
You
as
are a
mermaid.
mermaid, yeah.
But it sort of is too. We talked earlier about like the imagination, but it's sort of a liberation and a freedom in it, right? But there always has been the imagery attached to of like sensuality and the sexy siren and all that, which I love. Ain't no shame in that mermaid game. But you, be it like, on social media or when you're actually performing and living the art, do you walk up a line of like feeling empowered and then feeling like, for lack of a better word, like objectified, or like, oh, I'm feeding the male gaze, or do you not even listen, or does that sometimes get on your nerves? Is there a line that it crosses, or what even goes on in your head, like literally in day to day or when you're performing?
Yeah. So I do know that I am feeding some of like the males desire because even some of the dads I you can tell are really enjoying it in like a different way probably as they're looking and enjoying. But honestly, I will say this. There are times when when I'm doing like an event and there may be like 100 people in line to take pictures with me. Um, I almost I feed off of like the attention. So for my ego, I love validation. So I do love that aspect. But it's funny because even deep rooted, I still am kind of insecure. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. And I tell people
Huh.
that I'm like, as much as I do shows in front of people and I'm almost like sexually objectifying myself, trying to get that validation because my ego like craves it. Even still, even deeper, I kind of um, sometimes get nervous, which is wild to me. But I'm just
It's
being so
actually
honest right now.
it's actually very much resonating with me, and I'm curious to know what type of insecure you are, right? Like I've even grappled with, because I very much relate to all of this. I grapple with
Yeah.
insecurity not in the sense of like a typical type of way of like my body or things like that, more like I'm my harshest critic. So my performance,
Yeah.
success, achieving, like I am the hardest on myself. So in that way, what type of insecure do you feel in the moment?
So I've been thinking a lot about this, especially like for my objectives and goals for 2026. I was writing down like what I want to accomplish and my goals for this year, and also what are my um, resolutions and things I want to work on. So I really am afraid of disapproval.
Yeah.
I I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I absolutely hate disapproval. So when someone disapproves or like doesn't when I say accept me or like me or think that I am good, it makes me really sad. I almost like I really want your approval. I really want your validation.
I'm the
And
same way.
if I don't get that, I'm doing something wrong. And I fear
Yeah.
that. Like so deep rooted.
I'm the same way. And it's such a contradiction, but aren't all women? Because both of our brands are so, I am woman, hear me roar, out there unabashed. And yet we struggle with this internally. And it is so real.
Yes.
It is
It
so
is so
real.
real. And I try to tell some of these people like I'm trying to be more like authentic and honest. So when I tell people this, they're like, I don't believe it because you don't show it.
I know.
Yeah, I might not show it, but I'm talking about so deep rooted inside. This is actually how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with that said, you talked about, putting on a performance and being like, it's okay, like all in one, inspiring little girls and maybe being objectified by their dads. And like the moms are like, that's cool. It's like all in one package. Let's do a little show for show of our Playboys. And you don't even know this story. I wanted to tell you on air.
I know, I've been waiting for this.
So I will go first because you will absolutely love this. So I am actually the only woman who both posed and was featured as a writer in the same issue. And it's all about, you can see the land of the free here with the nipple. It's the 65th anniversary issue on free expression.
Hey,
And I'm up here in the, right here in like the playbill, but then I'll show you it's a 6-page feature. But I'm so proud of it because it embodies
oh my
everything we're talking about,
gosh.
which is bringing together the intellectual, the business mind with the sexual force, and being
Oh
all
my gosh,
things.
Tay.
And so when I saw that you yourself, okay, let me see. I don't want to, are there boobies? Are there
This
boobies on? I'm going to flash it, no
is
pun intended, real
huge.
quick. That's the page one. But, oh, here, one. This one's safe. This one's safe here. I don't think there's boobies here. Yeah, no. So
Girl, when did you
it's
do this?
this was 2018, 2019. Yeah, winter
Wow.
2019. So I wanted to do a little
I'm
show
so
for
proud of
show
you.
because, well, likewise, um, me with you, but because again, it's that idea, and we each wrote essays on free expression, and it's that idea of, yeah, you can objectify us, and sure, like eat your hearts out, and remember that we are also writing the news you read and helping inform your world, right? And that's
Amazing.
a version of you and what you do, like the
Wow.
business and the beauty and the art and bringing it all together. So without further ado,
So I'm so proud of you, Tay. You were a pioneer, and I love how you were the first, like one of the first writers to also be in Playboy, which is a really good transition into me because I was the first mermaid to pose for
yes,
Playboy. Eee!
it's so hot. I love it. Were you so obsessed? Even you have the tail, and even I caught the like the net top, the whole thing,
Yeah, yeah.
nautical,
That was all like my idea.
obsessed.
So I flew to California last year, and we this was at Huntington Beach that we did this shoot. But I told my photographer Ryan, let's shoot. That's his name on Instagram if you guys want to go follow him. But he's a really big photographer for like Maxim, FHM, Playboy. He's been around for so long. Super, super cool surfer dude. I've posed with him before. I've shot with him. But I told him about my idea, and he's like, "Oh my God, let's do it." Um, so to be like you were the first writer in Playboy and I was the first mermaid. I mean, we're pioneers, bitch.
Listen, bitch. No, that can
We
you show us inside? Can we see a little bit of the
okay, so I'm gonna show you, show you, show you.
and we both brought, oh my God, so hot. And I didn't realize I'm upset. Wait, the nipples coming through the fishnet. I'm obsessed.
The
Um,
nipples are coming through.
I didn't realize,
This is
similarly
one
with
that's actually of me.
I didn't realize that I'm obsessed. Oh, so hot and gorgeous. And similarly with ours, like
Thank you.
artful and really beautiful. Oh my God. Stop.
Like just super fun. Like, and it was really fun to do the shoot. Like
I'm not
it
just
was
saying this
so
because you're
fun.
my friend and you're on my show. That is like art. That's something that I would like, that's something you would see in someone's apartment. Like it's literally beautiful.
Amen. No,
Yeah.
I know. I really enjoyed, and honestly, we did a lot of more naked photos
Yeah.
without the tail, right? That are like super, super naked that show everything. But I wanted to do this, and this is a prime example, Tay. I did this for myself. Like
Yeah.
I actually did this because my soul wanted to. I didn't do it for actually approval or validation from others. Sometimes like the things I do in my life are just for the enjoyment of me. to do
It's
it.
so crazy. And guys, we didn't talk about any of this prior, literally. But first of all, I didn't realize that both of us had brought the idea to them and had brought it into
Yes.
fruition and spearheaded it, right? I had fought for this for so long. And then
Girl
also
power.
what you just said, that part. I was always like, I want to be the girl who can show and prove you can do both. You had
Yes.
your own version of that.
Touche.
Like,
Amen.
what did
That's what I'm
it
saying.
feel
We're girl power.
what did it feel like for you? I'll tell everyone a little bit about my experience, but what did it for those who maybe have never done it or are fascinated? You're out there on a beach, like you said, you have more that are nude. Same thing with us.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How did it feel for you out there and just exposed, and you got the crew and the whole thing?
It does. It definitely boosts my ego. It makes me feel validated, which is almost like what I'm searching for. Because like deep down in my soul, and I know this is getting like super like this is therapy right now. Um, but I'm being honest and truthful. Like I crave validation, and that's what drives me. Like if I don't know, like it's an ego boost.
What
I love it.
what would you say to some, oh, you know what I find too, and I don't know if you find this with your work, that and even other people, right? When Sabrina Carpenter posed nude and it was so hot on the cover of Rolling Stone and her long hair was covering her body, you have the women,
Yeah.
not the men, the women coming out of the woodwork to shit on her and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this just takes away from your talent. Oh, it degrades you, all that crap. What would you say to a woman who would say that about your work, your Playboy shoot, being nude, whatever it is? Like, oh, you shouldn't have to do that. You quote, don't have to do that. It cheapens you, blah, 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 all that crap.
I have heard that several times in my career. And it's funny, the individuals, the women that are like gawking that or judgmental in that way, they don't have the body that I do. I think they're envious at some point. They're jealous to some degree. They don't have the confidence that I do, and they almost like they envy, they wish they had the confidence. I think the people that judge, they secretly envy, so they're just like they're almost like deflecting, right? I'm like, well, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, like I'm so incredibly blessed that God gave me this body, that God gave me this mind and this soul and the confidence that I do have. I'm gonna just go forth with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
Ain't
but I'm
that
not sorry. You know what I'm saying?
ain't that the truth? It's all I learned this recently, but which I don't know how I'm just learning this now in my mid 30s, but projection. It's clearly that like it's not you, it's them. Like straight up, right?
Exactly.
Um
Period.
did you feel okay? So, my experience, so our thing, it was a group of us. There were six female journalists, and the whole idea again was like, in solidarity and to bring us together and be like, you can look, and also we do this too, and we're writers and all that. But it was funny. So, we
Yeah.
too shot in, you said it was California, right? Where you
Yeah.
shot? Yeah, we shot in Pasadena at this like big glass house. And at the start of the day, we were all wearing like robes. And there's like crew everywhere and the craft services and like the whole thing. I'm just looking around being like, holy shit, pinch me. I can't even believe this was living in my mind and now it's
Yeah. Like, oh
real.
my gosh, this is
But
my life.
all exactly. But also, I don't know if you experienced this, but as the day went on, you literally couldn't get that robe near me. I was like, okay, guys, ready for our next shot. And yes, I'll go topless like the more you do it. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know, maybe like a little side nipple. And at the end, I was like, let her rip. So, I think the liberation in that, and I don't know if you experience, anything similar, but
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree. It's like the
yeah.
liberation of because after a while it almost becomes normalized and you feel more comfortable with like, okay, this is it. So you just become it's becoming more normalized. And when people respect women for doing this, you felt more comfortable to be naked, which is your birthday suit. I mean, at the end of the day, if we get robbed and stripped of everything we have, what do we have? Just our avatar, our body. So we
Mhm.
should feel confident in it.
That is
Period. Even whether
so
you're heavy or not, heavy or whatever.
It's so true, and I think you talk about how there's a turning point right now, and it's because I think it's just, we're over. It's been quite literally covered up, and it's like says who? Like you're saying, it's kind of like our birthright. Like here it is, I have nothing to hide.
Yeah. Like,
Hear me
says
roar.
who? I mean, you go to Europe and it's like way more normalized. Women
That's
walk
true.
around topless and it's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's true.
I think the more we normalize and are okay with like it is what it is. I
Yep.
think this is part of evolution.
Yeah. Now, kind of bringing it back to the beginning, before we start wrapping here, because you are this beautiful portrayal of a fantasy, and we talked about, the imagination and that whole world and what it unleashes in us as adults. Do you find that people, kind of what we were just saying, project their own, maybe have experiences with both, but project their ideals onto you in your, in your character, in your costume, and or are you sort of a mirror to human fantasy and things we may want deep down, and you allow it to like come out and like be exposed in a way? If that makes sense. Like, is it kind of both, like projections on you and also
Yeah.
unleashing? And how do you experience and actually see that come out of people?
So that's a really profound question. And at the deep root of it, I know I've lived several lives in the past. And I know like my soul is very old and my soul is very sultry. So when I do everything that I do it because in my soul I want to protrude this out. Um, so everything that I do is like it comes from me and what I want to see as fantasy, what I would want to see if an audience is looking at me, I'm proud to do the things that I do because I'm able to, I'm a vessel, right? I'm a channel.
Mm.
And all I'm doing is giving what God's telling me to do. So as a vessel and a channel, I'm protruding this out into the world and I'm very grateful. So everything I do is to hopefully bring to reality, whether it's fantasy, love, light, hope, beauty, even if it's sexuality. I'm blessing the world with my gifts to hopefully make their day happier or their fantasy happier or they believe in something that they didn't believe or I mean because at the end of the day all we can bring with us is memories.
Mhm.
So like a lot of these kids I they have memories 10 years later. I have moms reaching out to me on Facebook and social media saying, "Oh, my kids still talk about that one day. You had such a impression on their life that they still remember that memory." So I'm just hoping that I can allow people to have happy memories and then that can shape who they are.
You know what I love about you and what you do is that it's not gratuitous. Sure, it's fun to be sexual and feminine and unleashed, but it's not gratuitous or frivolous. It is with a purpose and to make a point, which I
Yeah.
love. And what a beautiful thing in this world that is so dark and let's be real and so bleak. So you're offering such a
Yeah.
gift.
Thank you.
Lastly, um, the business, first of all, where you're headed now, where everyone can expect, and we can, while we follow along on your journey, and sort of a twofold, even on, the business front, I take it that it really is a form, because you are so business savvy, a form of power and control for you too. So
Yeah.
that experience and where it's all headed and, where you're swimming
Okay,
off to next.
this is really exciting. Starting this year, I have a marketing team that is going to we're starting an OnlyFans page.
Okay.
Now, before you guys think, okay, this is going to be it's going to be an OnlyFans channel of the life in the life of a real life mermaid. So it's going to be super cool to see behind the scenes of what it is to be a real life mermaid and what goes behind it. And the camera crew is going to kind of follow me with events, photo shoots, traveling. This year, I have so many travels. So in April, I have an Asian tour. So I'm going to Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, and Dubai, and I'm doing shows for like a whole month and a half. And then I come back to the States, and then I'm in a month in St. Louis, Missouri, doing shows at an aquarium there, and then I do stuff all over the states in the summertime, and then I go to India in August to do some shows there. So I am traveling, and everywhere I go, the camera crew is going to follow me. I'm really going to embrace like behind the scenes, the life behind a real life mermaid, a live show girl that travels the world. I This is my year to allow to bless people to see this. I already do this, but I haven't really promoted it. And this marketing company took me by storm and really believes in me. So they're holding my hand and they're saying, Emily, I want the world to actually see this. I'm so incredibly blessed and
Wow.
grateful to this year. A lot of people are really going to see, and you'll be able to see it on YouTube, the OnlyFans page, and more of my social media. So stay tuned.
And the world, I'm so proud of you. And the world will see it. She is taking this international. And by the way, I am so not judging the OnlyFans things. My viewers know I've dabbled on brand stuff
Yeah.
too. That's neither here nor there. The only thing I will say though is we'll start with the OnlyFans, but we're going to get you over to a blockchain based content platform. So this way you're not giving away that 20%, girl, and it is all yours. But
Oh, good.
we will
Thank
cross
you.
that bridge. We will cross that
Okay.
bridge. But otherwise,
Talk to me. Let's talk about that later.
yeah, we will take that. We will take that offline. Absolutely. I have your back and so proud of
Thank
you.
you.
And thank you for, the gifts that you bring to us in and out of the water. It is so badass.
Thank you for being a fan, a friend. Oh, Tay. This has been so fun. I almost want to come back and do more. Another session.
Want to? It's done. It's done. Done
Thank you.
deal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Follow her and we will see you next time you're in the Talk to Me Taylor chat. Thanks, girl.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Chris, how was your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you.
Understand?
Wear them, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I too am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
messing around?
But how much do you actually understand money, especially the new wave?
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite.